Yeah.
I'm not doing it without my client. I hope you know that.
You want to wait for? Okay, we can wait for your client then. So when's your in the discovery ticket? This post your guys' evidence and come up with a date y'all want to meet in city, and then you guys can post all your evidence and everything during the meeting.
I mean, if both sides are here, we could just do it here and now virtually.
He wants to wait for his client, so technically he don't have to wait for his client, but he wants to wait for his client.
Okay.
I will make
And
this
so
known, Preston, not
And
because I'm trying to rush through this. It's just I work the rest of the week till next Monday, and I work 1 to 10 p.m. CDT. So I don't know what time frame that's for you, but so I just don't know if we'll have a proper time. So it's just
I just simply requested the initial footage that made this case even stand in the first place.
yeah, I could, I'm more than willing to show you that. I was just wondering how you figured out. Well, you said you emailed me privately, okay? And
I sent you a
yeah,
bill to take to your client.
yeah, you said an offer, but it came off more as a threat, and then you said either your client drops the case in its entirely before a judge dismisses it due to the lack of foundation. But I don't know how you knew that we were quote unquote lacking foundation.
Because I've been given the foundation from my officers that proves the lack of foundation from your client.
So the body cam that was, is that what you're referring to?
The body cam from my officers proves the lack of foundation on your part.
Proves the lack of foundation. So it proves the lack that one of your officers had then called my client a pretty princess for no given reason as he was being searched, and then had proceeded to rip his beard, his facial hair off of his face.
okay, let's keep all the comments aside. Can you just give him the video? This is not a official discovery, so
Question:
any
is he
comments, just
required
bring 'em
to
in.
give the video until discovery?
I mean, it's not
If
really our
you
discovery meeting, though. That's what I mean.
if you want to, if like I said, he Preston wants to wait for his clients to be available, so you guys can come with a date in city. Once you guys come with a date, not in city, but come up with a date in the ticket, and then once you guys figure out a date, whatever, we'll you can post all your evidence in there when we're in city talking, so everybody can see the evidence, and you guys can have your clients there, and he can have his clients there, just in case there's any type of rebuttal for any side.
Zach, I recommend
Yeah,
it's
we'll
your
wait
choice. I
till we
recommend you
do
wait.
actual discovery.
Hold on, Drew, because I might be able to. I might be able to get this in motion now. Zach, go up to lawyer consultation.
Jack, follow as well.
All right.
Zach, not Jack.
Mm-hmm.
Jack is here.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
second counsel on my case.
I'm
I
second
said just
counsel.
Zach.
He has the right to have a counselor.
And he
with
can
him.
relay the information to you afterwards. I just want to speak to the first chair.
Do I need to be present for this?
That's up to you, Your Honor.
I have made an explicit request to speak to first chair only.
And well, Zach, would you like to speak to him alone?
I'm sorry, but yeah, I would like to have my second counsel here with me.
Drew, go back down to me.
As
I'll tell you why I'm requesting this.
what? That's
I'm s-
crazy.
I don't know why he doesn't want me here. It's very suspicious that he doesn't. And I think he knows that I'm recording everything. So I,
I can't get my metal to start recording. Otherwise, I'd record everything
I'm
right now too.
recording
But
on
I just
Streamlabs.
I think it's because my metal it doesn't. I don't have a game open. I need a.
Yeah. God, he is such a dick. Oh my God. Anyway, do we go back to DOJ meeting office or what?
He said that we should. I'm assuming we should wait here. I don't want to go back there and let him get all upset about it. So
Yeah. I mean, what is it called? If you want to speak to him alone, that's completely
no,
up to you. You have the right to have a counselor with you
no, we're
at
gonna.
all.
It's gonna be me and you and every voice chat. So you hear just as what I hear.
Yeah.
I mean, we're both on the same case for the same guy, so I don't know why you have such a problem with you being here.
I've never even worked a case against Preston, so I don't know.
Neither have I. This is my first case against him.
So
I will do this meeting without my clients present on 2 conditions.
we're listening.
I'm addressing Zach, and Zach is addressing me. And the second condition is, Jack, you don't speak unless you're spoken to.
What's your issue with me, Mr. Preston? If you don't
You know, why are you
mind me
coming off so
asking?
hostile at him?
I don't have an issue with him. I just specifically want to focus on speaking to 1 lawyer, not 2.
Okay, well then you could just act like Jack's not here, but he's my second counsel, so I would like him to be here.
My party, I see.
How's it going, Zachary?
What do you,
What's up?
Zachary? We're trying to do like a little.
I'm gonna DM you something, actually. Oh wait, I didn't realize that Zachary could just join this call when he's not part of DOJ.
Neither could I.
Yeah, anyone can join. This is rare consultation.
Yeah, I had no clue either.
Okay.
Mr. Handsome Zachary, could you maybe leave this call for a little bit?
What, bitch? I bet.
There's
Hoe
some
ass
important
shit.
stuff going down.
Hoe ass nigga.
I will do this without my clients present. Granted that Jack isn't the primary person invested in this. You are the only person that is invested in this. He can be there, he can give you opinions, but he's not to address me. Anything that comes to me comes through you.
It's a very odd request, but Zach, it's completely up to you. I'm fine with whatever you want to do. You're primary.
Sure, we can continue this.
Okay, we can go back down to the office. Get your recording set up, Drew.
What happened?
Continuing without my clients on agreement with the other party.
So this is our discovery meeting then.
Okay, so this is Discovery meeting. I'm gonna record this visa phone, but yeah. You guys can post all your evidence in the Discovery.
Well,
All right.
Just
Hold on.
They have
Double,
the burden.
triple check that your recording software is working for this call.
He's going to be screen recording on his phone.
Because if this is impartial, we're gonna have to do it again, or it's gonna have to get whatever the fuck. So make sure it's working.
I'm also
it's-
I'm also recording on Streamlabs, so if you guys need that recording,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
more than happy to
streaming.
provide it.
I'm
recording this as well.
recording. I'm recording this from my phone, so it's recording.
I know phones can sometimes cut out your own audio. That's why I'm checking. But let's continue. I'll be oversight.
Okay. Well, they have the burden of proving guilt, so they can go first.
Hold on, where's the freaking?
Okay.
All right.
So make it. Alrighty, so the first thing I'll be sending in is Wade's witness testimony on what happened, okay?
Who would this witness be?
No, it's Wade himself. He just gave a statement on what happened.
Okay. Okay.
So that's a statement for you. Then, this link here I'm about to send is the CCTV
Mrs.
cam footage that we had gotten subpoenaed.
Mr. Zach, also post the subpoena document also.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to do. I mean, we've all seen the summons, obviously, Preston. That's why you're here, so I don't really need to, bring that in. Okay, there's the link for that, and then there is the subpoena for the CCTV cam footage. Yes,
Issue
before you say
subpoena.
anything. Okay, I just brought it to your attention as well, just to make sure.
Paperwork,
In the clip,
paperwork,
you will.
subpoena paperwork was filed outside the 3 days.
It's actually in the 3 days mark. It's only the 10th. The incident was on the 7th, so it's
What time on the 10th? What time on the 7th?
the time frame exactly.
What was the time of day on the 7th?
When I had responded to his ticket, I got added in at 1:31 p.m.
Okay. And
And
if
besides
I
that,
am
the
not
judge had
mistaken,
still approved it and posted it.
if I'm not mistaken, that subpoena was filed after the 3-day limit. It was sent out after the 3-day limitations. Then
Okay, well, the judge that's in this call right now was the one that had approved it and posted it.
okay, and this has been argued in several cases before and filed against of because the paperwork wasn't filed in a timely manner. Plus, you know
It
more
was
than anyone.
still in
You
the
know better than
day.
anyone that PDSOPs state that we are only required to hold on to footage for a maximum of 3 days.
Okay, but that's fine. I mean, it got approved.
Second issue I have with your footage is your client's not wearing any form of body camera.
Why do you think we subpoenaed the CCTV camera that had eye view of everything that had happened? That's why the subpoena that's below that, that's what that is for.
Your Honor, also the argument that it was outside the 3-day rule due to time doesn't work because we are also all in different time zones. So unfortunately, that does not.
I'm factoring in the time zones. That paperwork was filed after the 3-day limit, after the 72-hour period.
Accounting for which time zone?
EST.
Okay, but if it was
And
central,
I'm not EST, I'm CDT.
Which is
So,
how
this
many hours, which is how many hours before or after EST?
So I'm gonna waive the time zone limit because we were running into some issues with the time zone because people were responding late when people are asleep and stuff like that. Because I'm EST and he's in a different
CDT.
time zone.
I'd
He's in
also
a
like to
different time.
mention. I'd also like to note on the record that this subpoena was only filed after my motion to dismiss.
Well, yeah, I was told that we had to come up with a rebuttal, so I had at the subpoena, so the body cam was validated to prove that there is foundation to this case. Because I'm not entirely sure what your officer showed you, but this right here, this evidence I have right here, in my eyes and in my co-counsel, we've seen as perfect foundation for this case
also
and
like
the
to
reasoning
mention
why
that-
this case.
I'd also like to mention that cameras inside of a police precinct typically don't render audio. They render video, but not audio.
Okay. Well, even if that, then you can still see perfectly fine the camera picking up one of your officers again ripping my client's beard right off of his face for no given reason.
Okay.
And until
So-
proven otherwise, I'm gonna stand by that the cameras do have audio until proven otherwise.
Mr. Zachary, is this all the evidence that we need to that you got to put in there right now?
Yeah, I mean,
Your Honor, we request that Preston provides proof of his defense.
I'd also like to prove that in the room that statement was made, there is no camera visible.
Zach, do you mind pulling up the photos of the camera in the room? Actually, I got one of the photos.
yeah, I could do it as well.
I'm not talking about the processing room.
I mean, we've all been in that room. There is indeed a camera in there.
I'm not talking about the processing room.
Which
Oh, I'm
room are you
talking
referring
about
to?
the main garage lobby as well. I know exactly what you're talking about. The camera is right above the processing door. when you walk into processing, there is a camera right there. And if I need to, I can get a private investigator or anybody to go in there and prove to you that there is a camera indeed there.
Regardless, even if there wasn't a camera there, there would be the camera still is in position to see the officer rip the beard off of our client.
Mm.
Where's the civil
That's why
rights
I was
violation?
the civil rights violation.
Because he was ready to rise.
Yeah, but then he was ripped of his facial hair. I mean, that's just. I mean, I don't think I need to explain myself.
So where does where's the slander and defamation coming in then? Because those are
When she
two things.
decided, when your officer decided to call my client a pretty princess,
You understand that slander is a form of defamation? Which
That's why
means
they're
you
both on
are
there.
maliciously stacking.
I mean, regardless, the case could continue just with the charges without those.
I mean, even if we were to drop either defamation or slander, I mean, the case would still continue. Your officer did indeed call my client a pretty princess, which in my client's witness statement, I don't know if you've read it yet or not.
Are you aware of the reasoning as to why he was arrested in the first place? And the whole scene behind it?
No, because I don't think that's relevant. There's no, they're not. He's not
Oh, it
suing
is
for what
more
happened
than
before.
relevant.
It's
No.
more. It's relevant due to the fact that your client had called my. We're not. My client's not suing for what happened before. My client is suing for what the officers did, not
I'm
for
well
what happened
aware.
before.
But
Zach,
as
So-
you're aware,
do you mind?
as you're aware, at any point in the scene as a whole, if there's any form of Bible break,
What was that?
Ark, would you like to translate the message that I'm stating?
Hold on now, Preston. You just said the Bible break thing. You want to move forward, so we're not bringing the Bible stuff in here. So don't use that.
Your
I
Honor,
mean,
we
yeah,
would
how
like to
it-
state that our client isn't looking for the charges to be dismissed. However, he feels
He's
like he
looking to
was wrongfully treated during the processing point, which the cops should be held accounted for. We are not looking for expungement of his charges, or we are not looking for any
dispute
reason
on
why
the charges.
he shouldn't be arrested. However, the conduct that the officers presented is the reason why this lawsuit is presented itself now.
Perfect. And Jack said it. Perfect. Spot on.
Nah, I'll note it for the court, for the record. Preston, you got anything else?
John, I would like to
Give me,
request that Preston shows his evidence that he had gotten.
you can put a hold in that for a second. So I have the questioning as to why are both of the officers being sued if only one of them portrayed the actions?
Because that's what my client wanted. I mean, one's a higher rank than the other, and the higher rank just sat back and watched it all happen without saying anything. So he kind of plays a part.
Yes, but you can't portray slander. You can't portray any of the verbal stuff on him because it wasn't part of it. Wasn't it? The words did not come out of his mouth.
Well, the misconduct can stay on him.
I would love you to explain the misconduct that he portrayed.
The misconduct was watching one of his officers sit back. He was watching his officer commit these Look at these actions that he just had happen. He just sat back and let happen.
Well,
Your Honor,
what?
I'd like to file a motion to dismiss Ghost Swanson from this case entirely, as none of the claims are pertaining to his actions.
I would like to make a counter. A supervisor is responsible for his subordinate's actions as much as the subordinate is. If he had any reason to, if he knew what she was doing was wrong, he is just as responsible to stop it. As much as we're responsible, if we see a crime, we are responsible to report it to the police. We would like to have Ghost stay on this case.
So you're maliciously prosecuting a superior officer for actions that he did not commit.
But he witnessed and allowed.
Correct.
How do you know she wasn't spoken to after?
Is there any
My point
documents
is- my point-
proven?
Yeah,
point
do you
is
have
rest.
evidence? Do you have evidence of him speaking to her after? Because if you do, then let me tell you, if you do, I'd be more than happy to drop him out of this case entirely. But the fact that he sat back and watched it and let it happen and didn't say anything at the time, then he's staying in the case. But if you have evidence that shows him speaking to her afterwards, I'd be more than
So
happy.
I think Drew was trying to speak a minute ago.
I'm
Go on,
sorry,
Your
I
Honor.
couldn't hear him. I was speaking.
No, I was saying until President, you provide proper evidence, he's going to remain on the case.
The evidence in
Thank you, Your Honor.
states shows that none of these claims are pertaining to Mr. Swanson himself. He did
No,
not commit the verbal act. He did not commit the act of violence. The quoted act of violence, as they're stating.
No, he didn't do it, but he
Yes,
did sit
but-
back, watch it, and let it happen.
Yes, but he's going to remain on this case because that's an officer. If you see another officer doing something wrong, you have the right to duty intervene. So he's going to remain on this case until you prove proper evidence that she was spoken to and got correct counseling.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, can you please, because at this point, what this looks like is all these claims and all these battle-ins are happening because of our evidence alone, and we haven't seen a single
Yeah, we
bit of
haven't seen a
evidence from
bit
the
of the
defense.
defense. We've requested it like 4 times now, and we've been put on hold.
Preston, can you please submit your evidence, please?
So this is portraying to the actual scene that Wade was picked up for.
Okay, well, again, I feel as if this evidence here doesn't play a part in what we're suing for.
Oh,
I'm
it
just gonna
plays
put that
more
out there
than
now.
it
Objection,
plays more than enough
relevance?
part. The relevance is the actual scene that he was picked up for, therefore providing more than enough relevance to the case itself.
So you're saying if you have a valid reason to arrest, can you do anything against that person? You could beat them, do whatever you want, because that's what it sounds like, that you're trying to justify a crime with another crime and saying crime on crime works.
Your client also perjured himself in his statement. He said that when he was arrested, he was compliant the whole time. He was not. He cut off the officer several times while he was reading his rights.
Okay, well, again,
That's
he's not suing for anything that happened during it. He's suing for what the officers had done to him.
Okay.
Not suing for the case.
But the prior has more than enough relevance to the after. Because he wouldn't have been in that processing room without the prior.
So your argument was your officers were okay with doing a crime because he committed a crime?
So that's how cops are supposed to treat criminals? Just rip their facial hair off and slander their name?
Okay. If you're just gonna sit in this meeting and put words in my mouth that I have not feasibly spoken, this meeting's over.
Okay,
We
guys,
know-
let's put a pause. Keep emotions aside. Remember, we are here to be respectful for each other. Do not get into anybody's feelings. Do not get butthurt. Let's remain professional at all times.
Also,
All right,
in the
you'll
body
make
cam, I did
it.
not see a feasible. I did not see a fiscal action of her swiping your client's beard off of his face.
They're telling me that when she walks up to him, gets in his face, and then his beard magically disappears with his hands behind his back.
Search him and
I
see
didn't
what
see
he's
her
got
hands
on him.
move. I didn't see it done maliciously.
Ooh, wouldn't stand a chance.
I don't know
So
about
his-
you, Your
You've
Honor,
had
but
a
I didn't
unfair
see any
fight.
malicious action behind it.
Set a
So his
record
beard
rate,
just
please.
disappeared, is what you're trying to say.
The only time he can kill me is when my head is down.
I also just want to make a statement for the whole meeting entirely. We are not trying to put words. We're just asking so that way we could get clarification not only for all of us, but also for the recording as well.
Oh. And actually, Your Honor, I would like to point out at a minute exactly in the body cam evidence that I had that is in here.
Let's
You can
see.
in fact see her arms move, and then his beard disappeared. I mean, you take that how
It
you
didn't.
want.
Emma, let's take
I'm
your
not going to
mask
tell
off.
you what you can and can't see.
That looks hella painful. That was a
It's a
fast
fake
swipe
beard. It's a
too.
mask.
And then he's just left with stubbles of beard. Like that had to have hurt.
Go ahead and take the picture.
I
And then
took
she goes
pictures
on to
of
claim that it
beard.
was just a fake beard. Like, I don't know about you guys, but it takes a minute to grow out a beard. I did.
Damn, someone does not
I don't
know
know.
Bible. Holy shit.
Yep. I'm body camming all of it.
Oh yeah, we're gonna make a prayer about you. Don't you worry.
Let me look at
That's
the
what we've
one.
seen. Ooh.
And you better hope
No,
better
EMS
hope
just picked someone
that your
up.
flag
The
was
scene
on
was
when
over.
you shot me. Otto told you the guy left.
How?
How did they tell you the guy left?
Did you just?
Are you? Did you just admit to metagaming?
He just did.
Oh.
He just. Yes, he did. He couldn't have
Ooh.
been. He was cuffed.
I just clearly asking. In the body
What's
cam
that?
that I provided,
come
7
to the
minutes and
bars.
30 seconds. I don't see any malicious intent. She just saw it as a possible mask, and
Have,
all he said was, "Put that shit back on." There was
that's
no.
7
There was
minutes exact, you said?
7 minutes and 30 seconds and onwards. She never said, "Let me remove that mask." She just
Yeah,
simply,
she didn't ask or anything. She just simply went up there and took it off. You're right.
okay. And to which his response was, "Put that shit back on."
Using my
I don't know how that
body
sounds to you, Your Honor, but it sounds like to me he was in fact wearing a fake beard.
cam? You can wait.
It sounds like the poor guy's asking for his beard back.
He's actually going to be in evidence.
The beard that she maliciously ripped off of his face.
You wouldn't stand a chance.
And how and in what way
You
does
have
that beard
enough
look
time.
fake to anybody? What is? I want to know her reasoning behind
The fact
taking
that
the
there
beard
was
off
no
in the
ounce,
first place.
there was no ounce of pain on your client's face when it was taken off.
You
can't
don't
see the
know
little
if he
stubbles
has a
left of the
condition.
beard?
If he can't feel pain.
Okay, where's your medical records to prove?
Again,
Who
you can't
didn't
prove,
need medical?
and if it was happened at the birth, not even a subpoena could get you that medical documents.
You're supposed
I
to
just-
provide those medical documents if that's the argument you're making.
Let's.
We're never making that claim. It's just we're making.
Is
Yeah,
it-
you could
is it-
clearly see the stubble left of his beard.
Is
that
it
she
pain
maliciously ripped off
reaction
his face.
kind of objective too? Because everyone reacts to pain in very different ways.
What if he's just a really strong man? What if he takes pain a completely different way than any of us do?
Yes.
Okay, guys, I'm going to pretty much ignore that statement. Because none of us are medical professionals. We are not doctors. We can't prove anything. So I will have to have a medical document.
I would also like to state my objection for argumentative claims on the record, and that counsel has been testifying this whole time.
We're just countering what you're saying.
You've been testifying on behalf of your client, saying that you know exactly how he feels.
I'm just saying
No,
allegedly.
I'm just saying.
I know
And I
that
didn't even
you
say. I didn't
said
say that
that's
he
the
was.
case.
I said, what if he was a strong man? And what if he takes pain a completely different way?
But
I didn't
regardless,
say
with that being statement, Drew said we're gonna disregard what those statements is, so we shouldn't drill on that. Is there anything else that we need to discuss for discovery, or are we ready for the
Actually,
verdict?
the fact that your
Or
client
we're
didn't
not?
have an ounce of pain on his face when the quote unquote beard was taken off of his face.
Did Drew not state that we're gonna move on from this because we're not
Oh no,
medical
he was
professionals?
saying we're disregarding your comments.
No, we're
Your Honor, can you clarify
disregarding
that?
any comments with any medical details because none of us are medical professionals. And as we mention anything with anything to do with medical, we need a proper document from EMS.
Okay, so how can we derive that the beard was actually legitimate?
The fact that it was
How can you prove it's not?
How can you prove that it is?
the same way you can, the same. Okay.
Exactly.
Is this the what? Are we ready for a verdict whether or not we're going to continue the case from Drew, or does any of us have any further statements or evidence to provide?
Drew, my point in case is Mr. Swanson was nowhere near nowhere near the individual in question when the beard was taken off of his face, nor was he nor was he paying any regard to the comment made in the lobby, which the camera is not a audio recording camera in the first place because it's a ball camera.
Your Honor, I would like to keep the audio as a thing until proven otherwise. I mean, if you need me to, I will gladly reach out to a PD, high command, A Smiles himself, and see if the cameras
mean,
do
there's
have audio recording.
You're currently suing a member of PD High Command. Feel free to ask him.
Mhm.
Exactly, and I just want to point out, where's your client's audio on his end?
It's
Okay, well, either way,
CCTV,
we
so
don't,
we can't use audio.
and either
Exactly.
way, and
So then
either
you
way,
cannot, in that scenario, you can't use my client's audio either, if you're not using your client's. Do I make
okay,
a fair?
either way,
Do
no
I make
audio.
a
Okay,
valid?
that would intend to drop the slander and the defamation, but that wouldn't drop the misuse of force, the excessive force. That wouldn't drop anything. I mean, at the end of the day, we don't need audio to see what your clients have done to this poor guy.
I don't think it's wise for us to keep on arguing, so unless we have any more motions and stuff to give to Drew, I think it's time for Drew's final verdict.
Give me a second. I'm looking at some body cam.
I'm gonna revisit the motion to have the case reviewed by a higher ranking official.
Your Honor, I would like to point out that Ghost Swanson he was fully paying attention and looking at Miss Lex Cole while she had ripped my client's beard off his face. I just want to make that known. He was there watching her, and then he
She
was
never made
also
her-
very
never
much
made her
present.
intentions clear
Again,
how he
let's
approached it.
not argue or explain anything else. If this
I'm
goes to
not.
court,
I know.
then
I know.
we'll have arguments
I'm just making sure.
there.
I'm making sure the judge can see clearly, so he knows
Your
that
Honor, I'd
Ghost is
also
just
like
as
to
much as
state
part
that
of this
Okay,
as.
like I
Go ahead,
said,
Matt.
we're none of us are medical professionals. I'm looking
Your
at the
Honor,
body cam.
I would
I'm looking
like
at the
to
body
state
cam, what you
that-
stated. So give me a second.
I'd like to state on the record as well that opposing counsel has spoken in hypotheticals more than 5 times during this entire meeting.
And well, you asked him to remove him, Preston, from the case?
Yeah, I'm asking to get Ghost removed from the case entirely.
Well, he seems pretty active in this case, in my eyes. But I'm not here to say
Hold
anything.
your comments. Hold your comments. It's a motion. You hold your comments on that.
Hold on, I'm looking at some body cam. Hold on. All right, Swanson is going to remain on this case because he was with her the whole time. I saw it in the body cam.
Under what pretenses, though? Because not everything pertains to him.
Yes, it doesn't pertain to him, but as a PD officer, if you see one of your officers doing something wrong, don't you have a right to be post a duty, intervene, and correct them if they're doing something wrong?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Is that all the motions we got from both sides, or? Sorry, what were you saying, Drew? Go ahead.
I'm reading the discovery. I saw Swanson post some stuff in there, so I'm reading it.
Is there any other motions that we got on either side?
I'm good as long as Preston's good.
I'd also like to just verbally state for the record that I want the motion to have a higher ranking official review this case in its entirety.
For what reason?
I was gonna say, me personally, I don't see a reason for this.
For the reason we spoke about before this meeting even begun.
So you had private conversations with a judge referring to a case?
I spoke to ARC about it, the neutral party.
Is ARC in here?
Yes, he is.
So what is your reasoning behind a higher up?
You want to go back? I thought you said you wanted to continue without it.
Huh.
I'm just gonna go ahead and state this for the record. If we go with a high up, it's possible we have to do rediscovery, which may take longer because some of us is gonna be busy during the whole week.
Your Honor, I'd just like to point out that any and all prior mugshots that we have of Wade Williamson, he has not got any form of beard on his face.
Objection. A beard can grow over time.
A beard of that length can grow in, what, half a month?
Yeah, I mean, you don't know how his genetics are. I mean, you seem to be a real medical man.
I mean, I shit you not even joking. I've shaved my head and it's grown back in like 3 weeks.
I'd like to have that comment. I'd like to have that comment made from Zach, stricken from the record.
Okay, so we're gonna take this case to court, and we'll have a higher up look over as Preston requested. If anybody else has nothing else, discovery is gonna be closed.
You know, I would just like to ask, I don't see a reasoning behind the higher up because then it's gonna have to go to rediscovery.
Well, it's in right, Zach, so it's...
Well, yeah, I mean, but at the end of the day, I'm not gonna be free till next Monday at the earliest. So, I mean, I'm perfectly fine with keeping the case open as long as it is because I have no problem defending my client because what happened was totally malicious and shouldn't have happened in the first place. But I just think it's unnecessary. I think Drew has done as good of a job as anybody else could have done doing this.
Have a good day, gentlemen.
I would also like to thank both judges and defense for being here and having this discovery. Thank you guys for being present.
All right, discovery is closed. I'll talk to the higher ups, see what's going on, and then. But until then, I get an answer. Just come with a court date, just in case they go through with everything. You can discuss everything in the discovery.
All right,
Perfect.
thank you so
Honor.
much.
Yeah, you guys are good to go.
Thank you.